What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. I just wanted to say real quick, if you enjoy the video, if you could give me a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. And feel free to make any comments you have about opinions or questions. Hope you guys enjoy. What's up, guys? So today we're going to do a quick review of the Smith&Wesson M&P Shield Plus. Good little pistol, well under $500, which is nuts, which is kind of what drew me to doing a review on this firearm. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into it. First thing I will go ahead and do, it is empty, nice and empty, magazine empty, just in case anybody is concerned about that out there in the world. So let's go ahead and start talking about this thing. So as I mentioned, this is a really affordable one. We're under $500. I actually just checked the price online before doing this video, and they are $399. So this is a $400 pistol, putting it in a really competitive price range. Gotta say, do like that aspect, of course. Affordable, who does not enjoy that? Some kind of little nitpicky features. You do have the spot here to see if you are chambered and ready to go. This does have a manual safety on it. We'll get into how I feel about that in just a little bit. Obviously, the mag release and all the normal stuff you got here. They do say it's a flat trigger. I'll just go ahead and say right off the bat, I don't think it's as good as SIG's flat trigger. We're going to talk about that more. As far as barrel length, we're at a 3.7-inch barrel length, putting it at a good size for concealed carry. I do have a couple pistols that I'll go ahead and compare just side by side so you can get a better idea of how big it is. And with that, I'm going to shut up for a second and just go ahead and view the gun. Yeah, so I always start doing that now. I had somebody comment on a video one time and said I didn't really show and tell the item well enough, so I always be sure to do that now. But anyways, so it comes with a 13+1 and a 10+1 magazine. I personally, why not two 13+1 magazines? The only idea I had was so that with the 10, it's obviously flat, so it's even smaller and slimmer for maybe a little bit more concealable. But in that case, then just be like Glock and give us two 13-round magazines and the 10-round magazine. I mean, I personally am always going to want more rounds. Not really sure why somebody wouldn't. As you saw, as I was just kind of showing it off, it's just pretty standard sights on it. Not really anything to complain about, nothing special either. Let's see, I already highlighted, they do have a way for you to see if you're hot, ready to row, one chambered or not. Manual safety, so let's go ahead and do the trigger. So not too bad, not terrible. Like I said, it is a flat trigger. I don't think it's as good as SIG's. That's just my personal preference. And then I'm going to go ahead and show. So this is the 13-round magazine in it. Obviously, my hand is going to fit on it pretty well with the 13-round magazine. I will say, I can feel a little bit of play as far as gripping the pistol. I've never had a problem with it like coming out when it's not supposed to or anything, but I can feel a little play. I don't love that. And then here it is with the 10. So I'm getting to the point right there where I'm really wrapping my pinky unless I really try and get my hand really pushed down and I can barely get it on, you know. So it doesn't quite fit. I'm not a massive guy, so I mean, for most guys, the 10-round magazine, it's not going to fit on your hand, and I don't like that. Let's go ahead and compare it. So really the most similar this seems to me is the Springfield XDS. I'll just go ahead and show you the comparison here. So very close in size. You can see there, they are the same barrel length, almost the same width. I think the XDS is a tiny bit bigger. Similar, the XDS also has the wrap around for when you have it in the magazine, your whole hand can fit on it. So there's some similarities there. The XDS does not have an external safety except for back here, and that's the only one I really don't mind. Yes, actually, that drives me right into my next point. I personally don't like external safeties. I do not disagree with the philosophy that this is my safety. Don't pull the trigger if you're not ready to shoot. But accidents can happen. Some people really like a safety, and that's fine. You know, if that's you like a safety. But I personally, if you're that concerned about it, just don't carry one in the chamber. You know, if it's not in the chamber, I guarantee you ain't gonna shoot one or accidentally fire a round. But you know, it's just up to you. I just feel like the idea. So let's see. So pulling it, getting ready to go, and you're gonna have to slide that down and get your grip kind of at the same time. So if you're doing that and you miss, you're kind of screwed. So that's just me, but everybody's different, right? So I'm trying to see, what else did I miss? It's got pretty good grooves here for grip. I'm left-handed, and I'm just gonna grab mine like that. But that's just me. So obviously most people are right-handed, and I guess you're either like this or like that. But pretty good on the grip. But overall, no complaints. Compared to $400, that's pretty great. For $400, I think it's well worth the buy. You could buy 2 of these for the price of other pistols, 3 of these for the price of other pistols, obviously. Runs pretty well. I have a couple hundred rounds through it. I will say, I wish I was more at like the 1,000 range to give a report on that, but I'm not, so I can't say anything on that. But overall, they made a pretty solid pistol. They made it affordable for anybody to buy. I've never had any malfunctions or jams with it. The trigger's okay. It's not perfect. On an accuracy wide, I think SIG's a tiny bit better, but it's pretty good. You're not going to miss just because you're shooting this instead of something else. It pretty standard. The grip's okay. There's a couple things that are okay, but overall, it's a solid pistol for $400. In short, that is my answer. I know some people really love Smith&Wesson. Breeze Smith&Wesson, and that's only, I feel like there's every brand has people like that. There's some straight Glock people, there's some people who hate Glock, there's some people who think SIGs aren't good, and you know, everybody has their own opinion. It's really based on them. Overall, I'm fine with most brands and just really like some. So obviously I have Smith&Wesson, Springfield, SIG, and Glock. Those are really the top 4 in my mind. Obviously, yes, I know there is others, but for me, that's the really 4 I reside to as far as pistols go and everyday carrying. As far as which one I would prefer to carry, this one comes in close to 4th on that list, but it's not Smith&Wesson, it's just this pistol in particular. Compared to my SIG P365X and Glock, I personally just prefer those, but as performance goes, there's nothing worse about this, and I paid less for it. So if you're looking for a one-and-done pistol, you just want a concealed carry pistol, that will work. Functions fine, but you know, affordable. This is your guy for sure. Like I said, I just don't really care for the external safety, but other than that, I have no complaints. I just wish, really, me personally, 2 13-round magazines instead of just 1. Yeah, I will go ahead and actually also compare. So this is the SIG P365X. So this is a 3-inch barrel. Here you go. So you can see kind of the size difference there. The SIG is definitely a tiny bit slimmer, a little bit shorter. SIG kind of has a more square handle. I think that's what I like better. The Smith&Wesson's a little bit more rounded. It just fits. The SIG just fits better in my hand a little bit. But yeah, so definitely let me know what you think in the comments. Be curious which one of my subscribers really loves Smith&Wesson and which one does not. But yeah, for $400, I would go pick one up. If I didn't have it, I'd go pick it up, that's for sure. But you're talking to a guy who loves knives and guns and, you know, whatever else may be. So yeah. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, you can give me a thumbs up. And with that being said, I'll see y'all next time.